Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on air forever. And we're gonna talk about how the Portland Trail Blazers won their last game against the Sacramento Kings, 122 to 110. Portland goes to 42 and 40 and 24 and 17 at home. The Kings go to 22 and 60 and 7 and 34 on the road. Portland was able to finish above 500 through all the injuries, all the guys missing out, guys still out like Jeremy Grant. They still figure out how to way to win this one and finish above 500. They went 4-0 against the Kings, beating them every single time they played them in the regular season. And they won't see them again until next season, since the Kings is not a play-in or a playoff team, while the Blazers are. So their season might continue in the postseason. 33 to 33 at the end of the first, 44 to 24. The Blazers won the second quarter by 20. They lost the third quarter, 27 to 19, and then it was 26 to 26 in the fourth. Precious Achiuwa, 35 minutes. He gave you the most points for the Kings, 27. He went 10 to 21 from the field, did a good job of finishing around the paint, not taking it easy, playing hard, fighting for a position, being able to go up and finish as well as he can. He also went 7 of 11 from the free throw line. He got 11 boards, so he finished with 20 and 10, a double-double. He had 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block. He has really been a quality player for them all year. They picked him up out of nowhere. He ended up having a better season than even they probably would have thought, and he was one of the best things that happened to him this year. 4 offensive rebounds for Precious, 1 personal foul, and a -1. And plus minus, Renaud played 37 minutes. He had 21 points. He went 7 to 10 from the field. Yeah, he did score in the paint, but he also went 3 or 4 from 3. You leave him open, he will take it. He went 4 or 4 from the free throw line. He had 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, and 2 blocks, showing that he can do some things, defensively. You want to see more of it and more better results in the future. He's a rookie, so that's, of course, how you should expect him to continue to grow and be better, especially as you give him more opportunity and more minutes, even to start the season next year. 2 offensive rebounds out of the 9, no personal fouls, and was a -9. And plus minus, Daquan Plowden played 22 minutes. He went 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Didn't get a lot of chances, didn't get a lot of opportunities to score in this one, but he didn't shoot the ball terrible or bad anyway. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and 2 blocks. You like to see a perimeter player do that. Everybody in the starting lineup got a block or more. 4 personal fouls and a -8 and plus minus for Plowden. Devin Carter, 34 minutes. He had 8 points, but he went 3 of 14 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 5 from the free throw line. His jump shot just wasn't there. They gave it to him. They let him have him. He tried to drive and play a little bit in between game. Didn't really work out for him in this one. The best thing he did on offense was get 8 assists. Kept his head up, kept reading what the defense was doing, tried to make the passes that made sense, and some of them led to baskets. He had 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. 4 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a -10 and plus minus. And then Nick Clifford did a good job of attacking the basket. Didn't just settle for jump shots. You have to like that. It worked out real well for him. He was that third player to get 20 plus with 24 points. He had shot 10 to 13 from the field, missed his only 3, went 4 4 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds and 5 assists. He also had 4 turnovers and a block, no personal fouls, and was a -12 and plus minus. Doug McDermott, he was able to go 2 of 4 from 3. He did miss his only 2, so he missed 3 shots. He ended up going 1 of 2 from the free throw line, so he finished with 7 points, 3 rebounds, no turnovers, and a steal. 4 personal fouls, and was a 0. And plus minus, Dylan Carwell, 21 minutes, 6 points. He went 3 of 7 from the field. He missed his only 3. He had 8 rebounds. That was the most on the team, and that was good to see off the bench. He had the most off the bench on the team. He had 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block. He's showing you that he can make defensive plays. And you have to like the fact that he's a possible two-way player that plays hard in the paint, even on the glass. He had 5 offensive boards out of 8. He also had 5 personal fouls, though. He's still learning when to protect the rim, how to do it without being in the way, without being a guy that gets in foul trouble. It's not easy to do that because all these guys are skilled and they know when to attack and how to do it. And you're going against the best athletic players in the world at this game of basketball. A minus 12 in plus minus. Killian Hayes, 26 minutes. He had 9 points. He had the most points off the bench. He took the most shots, which was 8. He finished 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 3 assists. The 3 assists was the most on the team. He had 1 turnover and 2 steals. The 2 steals was tied for the most on the team with Devin Carter. And then he had 3 personal fouls and was a minus 8 and plus minus. Kings had a lot of guys out for various reasons, and we knew that coming into this game. So the Blazers had a good chance of winning it because they were the better team. They do have the better players, and they have been better all year. And they got it done by 12, so you have to be happy with that. And everybody was healthy by the end of the game. Tamani Kamara, for 34 minutes, he had 15 points. He did a good job of attacking the basket and spreading the floor and just being able to knock down threes. He went 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +1 and plus minus. Denny Avdia, 20. He ended up playing 33 minutes. He had 25 points. He was the best offensive player when it came to scoring points on the team. He went 9 of 19 from the field, hit the mid range, hit the 3, drove to the basket, had a lot of success, and then he went 5 of 9 from 3. If he's making his threes, if you're gonna give it to him, he's gonna be a tough cover because you know for sure he's gonna get to the free throw line or to the paint. But you want him to shoot the 3 because it's a tougher shot. But tonight he was making them, and then because of the fact that he can drive and because he can pass early, he ended up getting 10 assists and it ended up giving him a 20 and 10 game. He had 6 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and was a +12. And plus minus Donovan Clingan, 24 minutes, 13 points. He had 10 boards. So he finished with a double-double. You know, he's the biggest and tallest guy on the court most of the time, and he used that to his advantage. He went 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He had 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, 6 offensive rebounds out of the 10, 4 personal fouls, and was a +9 on in plus minus. And you look at Drew Holiday, 33 minutes. He had 23 points. He was able to make 2 of 8 from 3. He was able to go 8 of 18 from the field. He knew when to attack. He knew when to shoot. And then he also was able to get to the free throw line because he kept the defense in trouble with deciding how to guard them and what they're trying to take away from him. And sometimes he just attacked them at the right time. He went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, and a block, 4 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a +10 and plus minus. And then Scoot Henderson, 27 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He attacked the basket. He was able to find success that way. Settle a lot for the 3. Teams was going to give it to him because he has to prove that he can make it. Didn't do it so much in this one, but also made a couple steal. He had 2 rebounds, had some nice assists in this one, kicking the ball out, penetrating, but he also turned over the ball because he didn't know for sure what he wanted to do. He was trying to make things up in the fly of it. So it ended up costing him 3 turnovers. He did have 2 steals, so he was able to get a couple of them back, but, you know, it's still a good game from him. He had 3 personal fouls as well and was a +6 and plus minus. Chris Murray made 2 open threes and was able to get to the basket. He went 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 9 points. He had the most minutes played off the bench, which was 30. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, and 3 steals. The 3 steals was the most on the team. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and was a +27 in plus minus, which was the highest on the team. Robert Williams had 10 boards, so that's the best thing he did, but he did take advantage of his opportunities to score because he went 3 of 4 from the field and had 6 points, 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +7. And plus minus. Hansen played 2 minutes. He got 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal foul, was a -4 and plus minus. Matisse Thybulle was able to make a 3, then he missed the rest. He went 1 of 3 from 3, 2 of 4 from the field. 1 rebound, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, was a +1 and plus minus. Caleb Love played 2 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a 3. He had no turnovers. He had no personal foul, was a -4 and plus minus. Vic Krejci played 5 minutes. He had 2 points. He went 1 of 3 from the field. He missed his only 3. He had no turnovers. 1 personal foul, was a +2 and plus minus. Blake Wesley, 2 minutes. He had no turnovers, no personal foul, and no turnovers. 1 personal foul, was a -4 and plus minus. Jason Kent played 2 minutes. He had no turnovers, no personal foul, was a -4 and plus minus. And then Shaden Sharp played 17 minutes. He had 9 points. That was tied for the most on the team, but he did go 3 of 11 from the field. That was the most shots taken on the team, and he missed a whole lot of them. And then he also missed every single 3, going 0 of 4 from 3. But he did go 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He did have 4 assists, gave the ball up at the right time a lot of times. And then he had 1 rebound, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. So he was able to try to do some other things, even though he didn't score the ball that well. In this one, he also had 1 offensive board, which was his only rebound. He had 2 personal fouls and was a +5 and plus minus. City played 2 minutes. He ended up not doing much. He also had no turnovers and the personal foul was a -4 and plus minus. In fairness, it's hard to do something in 2 minutes that's significant. So that's a good reason why he didn't. Blazers took 101 shots and they made 47% of them. The Kings took 83 shots. They shot 48% from the field. That's a huge difference in attempts. And then on top of that, the Blazers took 46 threes and made 35% of them. The Kings took 21 and only made 33% of them. 15 free throws taken by the Blazers. They shot 80%. 31 taken by the Kings. They shot 74%. That kept them in the game, giving them a chance to win. 47 rebounds for the Kings, 46 for the Blazers, 28 assists for the Blazers, 24 for the Kings, 12 turnovers for the Blazers, 16 for the Kings, 9 steals for the Blazers, 7 for the Kings, 3 blocks for the Blazers, 8 for the Kings, 18 offensive rebounds for the Blazers, only 15 for the Kings, 28 defensive rebounds for the Blazers, 32 for the Kings, and 21 personal fouls for the Blazers, 18 for the Kings. The Blazers got up by 20, had some troubles closing out the game, but they eventually got it done. They eventually kept making shots. They eventually kept coming up with some stops, and they eventually was able to stay ahead just enough to win by double figures, showcasing that they're the better team. They run their offense better. They have the better players. They understand how to keep everybody involved. They know how to move the ball. They know how to attack in isolation, and they know how to get the shots that they want. It just will they make them, and will they stop you enough to win the game? And yes, they did all of those things, and that's why they got the win tonight versus the Kings. The Kings, for them to have so many of their guys out, have really been playing well to close out the season. Unfortunately, it didn't come with any wins really, but I like the way that they ended up competing. I like the way they was doing things, but they fell short a lot and they got beat a lot and they was tanking too. But at least they made it look entertaining. At least they made it look competitive for the most part against a lot of teams that they played. And maybe that's a good team going into the season next year. We'll have to see though. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.